Hey, good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We call it the Sam channel because it comes from Sam 100.7, the radio station that I'm on every morning, starting at 6 and going until 10. And it's all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. On this December 20th, 5 days to go until the big day, but only a couple of more days to go before the big crash. That crashing sound that you're going to hear, temperatures falling big time, a big crash. It's going to make a sound. It'll be the sound of the wind that are the winds that are going to be blowing like 30, 40, maybe even 50 miles per hour on Thursday afternoon and evening. None of us are really looking forward to this. I mean, there may be somebody out there that's like, oh, yeah, bring it on, bring it on. But as I've been talking about here the last few days, I hope everybody is prepared because it's still coming. Let's take a look at radar right now. And I'm seeing some returns on radar, but a lot of this that we're seeing right up here north of Bowling Green, up toward Louisville and Lexington, over toward Ashland and Charleston. Much of that would be in the form of snow flurries. Not everything is reaching the ground because we're really dry here. So don't get too excited by what you're seeing. Once you get up into Indiana and further north into Illinois and the Great Lakes, yeah, there's some snow falling up there, but nothing like what we would perceive as being like accumulating snow. And then on the warmer side of things, all of this is rain down to the south. Once you get into southern Tennessee, northern Alabama, around the Tennessee River down to Birmingham, into Mississippi, that's all rain. And then we have our front back west, which is actually just going to fall apart as it moves eastward today. And things begin to warm up just a little bit more. So there's not a whole lot going on. It's going to be a day much like yesterday, in which we see a mix of sun and clouds, but no precipitation, not any just yet. Now, somebody north of us may say that they saw a passing snow flurry this morning. Yeah, I guess that's possible. But given the dry air that's in place under that high pressure dome, I doubt that they're going to see much of anything after that. Okay, here it comes. Here comes the big kahuna. Yes, the big chart. The next 10 days, put in the blender. Whew, it's still there. And in some cases, even colder than what we were first looking at. So we go upper 40s today, a bit warmer than yesterday. Yesterday's high was 43, and we should be averaging 49, around 50 for a high temperature. So we're going to get close to that today. So a very typical late December day here for Southern Kentucky. And then tomorrow and Thursday, around 50. But keep in mind, it's Thursday during the day that the temperatures crash. And if I need to show you, because I know on this scale, on this graph, follow the cursor here, the low temperatures are juxtaposed or a little skewed so that the high temperature on Thursday is going to be around 50. It's not going to get down to 39. That's the night before, which counts for the day of. See what I mean? So we go from 50 to 1 in a single day, and then 11 for a high on Friday, if we even make it that warm. Lower teens on Friday with flurries and winds of 30, 40, possibly even 50 miles per hour. That's going to make this 11 feel like minus 11 or close to it. Friday is just a day you don't want to be out. If you can go ahead and take Friday, I know a lot of people are taking Monday as their Christmas day off since it falls on a Sunday. But if you can take Friday and just not go in, because there's going to be slick roads, not because of a lot of snow, because of a little bit of snow and a flash freeze, and then the winds, brutal, even dangerous. I just would not, I just would not do anything Friday if you can help it. Then we go down to 4 Friday night into Saturday morning, whopping 17 for a high on Saturday, Christmas Eve, down to 6 Christmas Eve night, Sunday, and then a high of 23 on Sunday. So if you get your kids new bikes, I don't know if they want to go outside and ride. Yeah, the winds won't be as bad, but it's still going to be cold. But then you see a nice warming trend, consistent warming trend here. As we get into next week, we are going to warm up just before New Year's into the 30s, 40s, and even 50s. So this is just a temporary Arctic blast that is only going to last for about 3 days. And then we're done with it for now, for this one. Oh, there's going to be more, I'm sure. But there you go. Boom, baby. Gosh, I just hope you're prepared. Like I've been saying, preparation is key for all of this because you just don't want to be, oh, oh, the power went off. What am I going to do? Car battery's dead. What am I going to do? Those of you in my audience, most of you, you know what to do. We don't hit the panic button on these sort of things. We just get prepared and we know what's going on and we just take care of business. Here we go into the current situation with temperatures. The Kentucky Mesonet Network showing lots of 30s, everybody at or just below freezing statewide this morning. So yes, you'll need to warm up your vehicle and maybe give yourself another cup of coffee or some hot chocolate this morning. All right, let's take a look at predicted temperatures, and I'll even run us through the Christmas holiday or into the Christmas weekend. Here's a look at current temperatures. As I mentioned, everybody's starting out pretty much upper 20s to low 30s. We will see more of it's kind of an east northeast flow. And normally that doesn't warm us up, but because we're under that dome of high pressure and we've got some dry air, the mix of sun and clouds today, I think we'll get up into the upper 40s, 47, 48, 49, maybe close to 50 in a couple of spots, especially Nashville. Tonight, we'll fall off into the mid to upper 20s, 26, 27, 28, somewhere in there. Tomorrow, back into the upper 40s, close to 50. And then Thursday, let's go to Thursday, and I'll show you that. Okay, very close to 50, if not hitting 50. Add a couple of degrees to this because the winds will be more southerly then and start to pick up from the south as we start on Thursday. Okay, so it's going to be warmer to start and southerly breezes, and it's going to feel fine. And then we get rain. So, what time the rain begins on Thursday before the front, before the polar blast, the polar punch comes in? The models are kind of skewed on when it's going to start, but let's assume it starts kind of in the morning to midday hours. And so we could easily hit 50. The winds pick up, and then here comes the front. This is showing the front coming a little faster than what we were predicting. So this could actually begin to happen Thursday mid-morning to midday. But watch how fast it comes in. See, we're still at 46. Look at those 11 in St. Louis. It says O'Fallon, but that's one of the suburbs of St. Louis up there in the upper left-hand corner. Carbondale drops to 20. We're at 46. And that hurts. And keep in mind, the winds are really going to be howling Thursday afternoon and evening as this coldest air of the season and in years begins to move in. There's your low temperature for Thursday night into Friday morning. 4, 2 in E-Town, 1 in Evansville, 6 in Nashville. You can't go south and get any warmer. And then with the winds blowing, the wind chill factor, 0 or below 0. The winds will calm down, but not until after Friday. This is still Thursday night, so the winds are still howling 20, 30, 40 miles per hour. Here we go into Friday. This is your high temperature for Friday. 11, 7 for E-Town, 13 for Nashville, 9 for Paducah. And then with the winds, possibly 40 to 50 miles per hour, whatever snow's on the ground, about an inch or so, it's going to blow around, drift around. Everything's going to be a hard freeze, slick roads, wind chill factors of -10 to -20 with that temperature of 11. That's what I said. Friday, you do not want or should be out unless you absolutely have to be. And I know some of you are like, really? Yes, really. I know it's right now, it's hard to fathom that, but really. So, all right, let's take a look at the precipitation. So, I'm using the longer range model here, what we call the GFS, because the normal ensembles or like the North American model and the European and some of the other models that I use in that blender, they're not within that window yet of seeing more precise, high definition modeling. So I'm going to use the more longer range model, which is a little more rough around the edges, so to speak. So here we are. We go into this is Wednesday. No, yes, Wednesday night into Thursday. I had to look at my timer over here. So Wednesday night, there could be some light rain, but more so, this is into Thursday morning. Now, what you want to watch for, and I've showed you this map before, see the red dotted line? That's the warmer edge of things. And this blue dotted line is that what we call the 540 height. In other words, once temperatures, this is more of a thermal thing. Once you get 540 or below, you're more likely to get frozen precipitation. Okay. So that line on Thursday morning is going to be just northwest of us. So everything here should start as in the form of rain. All right. So we'll get a period of rain to start on Thursday. And then here we go into Thursday afternoon. Notice that warmer thermal is to our south, and it will continue to move south and east. And here comes the cold thermal, and lots of them along with the wind back behind it. And just as temperatures begin to crash, here it comes. Now, this is showing, excuse me, more from midday to the afternoon hours. And there's the changeover. This is when we start falling from 50, 40s, 30s, 20s quickly. I mean, within a matter of A few minutes to an hour. It will be fast. But there you see it. Snow, even a little bit of a mix of sleet, possibly mixed in there, or freezing rain. It's going to be flashy. It's going to be a flash freeze. Yes, you've heard that term, flash freeze. That's where everything just ices up in a matter of, well, it seems like minutes, but it will take an hour or two. And then look at this cold air coming in behind it. I mean, the snow, most of it will be gone by late Thursday night into early Friday, and then it's just cold, cold, cold winds. What this doesn't show is the possibility of some leftover flurries or even brief snow showers on Friday and even Saturday. There could be a few flurries flying around Christmas Eve day, just being leftovers from what's over the top of us, which is going to be, a lot of those um, little pieces of energy that come down. Let me show you that with the maps. So here we go. Today, the right now, things are pretty quiet. Now, there is a little trough, and that's why we're seeing some of the clouds that we're seeing this morning. And there's even a little bit of a light mix of precipitation, southern Tennessee, around Chattanooga, down to not quite Huntsville, Alabama, but cold enough there for some of that this morning. That'll go away. This front is going to make the approach, but then it's held back by a wave of low pressure. And this is going to be the key, strong pinpoint center of low pressure that rides right through the plains and up into the Great Lakes, that is going to make this front wobble. It's going to stall it out at first. Here we go into Wednesday, into Thursday. Notice now that wobble starts to begin just as it approaches Kentucky. We're going to stay on the warm sector of things at first, Wednesday, but here comes our low pressure system making this back edge of the front turn into a warm front, and this thing starts to wobble, stall, then wobble. But it'll just be right on the edge of us by Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. See, there it goes north as a warm front. Here's our big low pressure systems riding along the front. This is Wednesday night. Here comes Thursday morning, rain. Okay. Now you say, okay, but it's rain and we're going to be at 50 degrees. Yes. But then here comes that Arctic front as the low pressure system moves into the Great Lakes. We're going to be on the back side of this system pretty quickly. And there it is. This is Thursday night into Friday morning. Look at that low, how deep it is. It gets stronger and stronger and stronger as it goes into the Great Lakes. Look at all these lines squished together. That means wind. Lots of wind. And again, that's why Friday is going to be a brutal day. One of the most brutal days to be outside or drive we've had around here in years. Like yesterday, I said 2015. It's been about that long since we've had a day of a combination of single digit temperatures, gusty winds up to 40, 50 miles per hour, a little bit of snow on the ground, and just dangerous cold. It's going to be that all on Friday. Leftover snow showers, we still contend with that. See there, even on Saturday. We get into Sunday, everything finally relaxes Christmas Day, but we're only going to get into the low 20s for a high temperature. And then Monday, we're back to the beginning of that warm up. You see the warm front there? High pressure moves east, so the flow is more out of the south. And we're going to see sunshine return by Monday, and then that steady heat wave that I showed you on the chart a bit earlier. Whew. Lots to talk about, lots to discuss, and I've almost gone 20 minutes. So there you go. That's it. No changes for the better. In fact, if anything, even colder on Friday than what we were first looking at for that period. All right. I hope you guys are prepared and ready to go. In the meantime, it's time for me to head over to the radio station, Sam, 100.7 on your radio dial, FM. And I'll start the morning show at 6. And by the way, I will be working even Friday and Saturday and Sunday if I need to. I'll be here. I'll do these updates. And I'll be on the radio. I'm not going anywhere. I'll cover all this wintry weather and this extreme cold. Whatever needs to be done, I'll be here. Okay? Count on it. All right, you guys, take care. Thank you for watching. As always, God bless, and I'll see you on the radio.